Hello everybody. So this week we're going to be talking about the present progressive o el presente progresivo. So what is el presente progresivo? Presente progresivo is used when you're trying to talk about an action that is happening at this instant, that is currently happening. So in English, we would say something like, I am talking, right? So in English, we add this ing at the end of things, and that indicates that it's happening at this moment. Now, this is a little different than the I talk, which could be referring to something that I do usually or that I can do. You know, I am able to talk, I talk, or I talk every day. But I am talking refers specifically to something that is happening at this moment. And we're going to be talking about how we do it, how we form it in Spanish. And it's pretty similar. It shouldn't be too complicated. But if you have any questions, of course, after this video, make sure you put them up on the forum or you talk to me directly. You can always email me. Okay, so here is kind of the overall formula, and we're going to go through it slowly. The first thing that you got to do to form the present progressive is to conjugate the verb estar in the present form. So remember, you may have to review how to conjugate this verb, right? So depending on which subject pronoun or who the subject of the phrase is that you're talking about, we're going to use, in this case, yo. And so then you need to know that to conjugate estar according to yo, you would say yo estoy. And then, so this is I am, basically, and now you have to pay attention to your second verb. So what is it that you're doing? And it's going to change. So I'm going to give you two examples. One to illustrate how you would form the present progressive with AR verbs, and one to illustrate how you would form this present progressive with the ER verbs. So let's focus on AR verbs right now. So once I say yo estoy, is I am, and now here this guy is explicar. So that's the verb that he's doing. He's explaining something. And again, immediately you can see that it's an AR verb. And so what you're going to do now is that you are going to, as you do usually to conjugate most verbs, you're going to cut out the AR and you're going to add the ending ando. Okay, so in this case, I would then say yo estoy explicando. Okay. Now, for ER verbs, let's take this guy as an example. So the action that he's performing is correr, or to run. Okay. Oops, that's a very bad R. To run, there you go. So in this case, what we're going to add instead of an ando is going to be a yendo. So again, we're going to get rid of the ER ending, and we are going to write it here instead as corriendo. Okay. So now you have two sentences. Yo estoy explicando. You have two sentences. Yo estoy explicando. I am explaining. And yo estoy corriendo. I am running. And that is basically how you conjugate the present progressive. We can have one more example with an IR verb such as vivir. So let me give you one more example. So I'm going to put it in blue, in green to make it a little different. Vivir, which you know means to live. So again, same thing. We're going to follow the exact same procedure. You get rid of the IR. And now you can add viendo, right? Since it's an IR, you just add that exact same ending, and now you have I am living. And that is everything for the present progressive in terms of regular AR, ER, and IR verbs. I will be mentioning in the website some exceptions, but for now, this is all you need to know to conjugate regular verbs in Spanish in the present progressive.